Okay, today we have a Pioneer PL-112D turntable. This is the last of my auction stuffs collection. It's said to have worked. If you notice, it is sitting dead flat to our table. The previous owner apparently took the rubber feet off of it and replaced them with a thin rubber pad instead. My guess is they probably had this in a rack and they wanted more clearance to lift the lid. That sucks because I'll have to try to get rubber feet. I don't know if I can get rubber feet, but generic rubber feet should be plausible. This is a particle board base deck. This is a spring suspension. The tone arm and the platter are sort of mounted here on a nice little bouncy mount. It seems like the bouncy mount might be the springs are a smidge uneven. We can deal with that. And our speed lever is here, and then we have off, on, and this is actually combination the lift and lower. So and apparently they don't have the or this bounced its way into oblivion, whatever. But you know, it's our counterweight. That should be fine and adjustable. So if I pull that lever, it should keep the stylus up, and then when we pull that lever, it lets the stylus down. So that part seems to work. So I think we're cool there. I was told it works. I don't know. So let's plug it in and see what happens. Now, this also has anti-skate on it, so I don't know if that seems to, I think that's a spring-loaded anti-skate. There should be a spring under there. I think we can tune this up and make it sing. The dust cover is scuffed and grubby, but not destroyed. So that should be serviceable, and this is supposed to be a belt drive turntable. So yes, it is, and there's our belt, and it does not appear to be complete and total rubbish at this time, but we shall see. We may want to put a fresh belt on that if we find that it requires it. Let's plug it in and see what happens. So electricity has been applied. Let's see if it spins. Whoa, by George, it does. Looks like we have a slightly not flat spot on the mat. I see like a speed bump on the mat. That's easy enough to fix, so just put it under a weight for a while. Now there's 33, seems to have a okay amount of torque. 45 it goes faster and seems to have an okay amount of torque. So we're already in a decent position here. And let's see what we have for a, actually let's see, does this have an auto cancel? That's a curiosity, I would wonder. If it does, it doesn't work. I don't know that it does. A lot of these do have they have like a start and a stop function. This one may very well not be an auto stop. We'll look that up. We'll go to Vinyl Engine and pull the manual. But you know, a normal LP will have a lock groove in the middle anyway, and you don't have to worry about it. Let's see what kind of cartridge we have. Let's lock that so it doesn't bobble away from us. Okay, our cartridge is obviously an Audio-Technica. It has a very fine stylus there, and of course we're missing one of the screws. I have a feeling the model number might be written on the top of the cartridge, and we're going to need to get mounting screws anyway, so I suppose unscrewing this is going to hurt nothing. So let's unscrew that, see if we can get this free, and have a look at what model it is. Let's catch our hardware and set that off to the side. This is a PRO1E, or Pro 11E. Pro 11E. I don't know if that's a good cartridge or not. Anytime I see Pro, I think like a DJ stylus, which that's not what we want. There should be one of those that pulls straight off the bottom, I think. But I should probably look before we destroy anything. So before we try to get that stylus off, we'll look up that cartridge. Okay, so I did get the stylus off, and it's not straight. But if the cartridge makes noise, we'll see if a stylus is of a reasonable price tag. Okay, so after a brief amount of research, we've learned two things. Number one, this cartridge, the Pro 11, came out in 1976, so this is probably a late 70s turntable. I would think they would add the E on a little bit later. And secondly, there's no Audio-Technica logo on this stylus, and it's red. That means that's not what really belongs on here. The real one was green, and the part number is ATS11E, and there are genuine ones available for big dollars, and generic ones that are significantly less. And I haven't had any trouble with generic styluses for cartridges like this because it's a very common design. So if everything else checks out when we break into this, you know, we'll figure out what we can do with these rubber feet. Let me just show you what Buddy did to this. Alright, there we go. So yeah, we took off the feet and we put on these foam rubber pads. There were of course real feet in there at one time or another, and I don't know if I'll be able, if I can find the real ones, I'd like to put the real ones back, but if I can't find the real ones, then we'll, you know, work with what we have. But I think this is going to be a restorable turntable, and that would be good news for everybody. See you in part 2 in a few days or a week or something.